Very good morning and welcome to this Monday session of Yoga Line. Sit comfortably. Feel that your base is firm. Lift the sides of the trunk. Lift the chest. Open the chest. Lift the crown of your head. Take your arms up to the side. Turn the palms to face up. Breathe in, raise up the arms. Join the palms together. And as you breathe out, release your thumb, the sternum, and the other four fingers away. Draw the elbows towards the sides of the trunk. Soften the abdomen. Close your eyes. Just begin by chanting Om 3 times. Take a slow, deep breath in. Slowly open your eyes, release your hands. Place your fingers and palms around your knees. Lift the trunk, lift the navel, lift the sternum. Draw the shoulders into the body, the shoulder blades into the body. Feel the height of the trunk, but the softness of the abdomen, and feel the spinal area become soft. And forward, the navel forward and up. As you breathe out, move the navel back, move the sternum back, and draw the chin to the chest. Breathing in, draw the navel forward, draw the sternum forward and look up. Out, draw the navel back, draw the sternum back, and take the chin to the chest. Now stay here, stay with this arched back, rounded back, and move the navel further back, move the shoulder blades further back, and drop the chin to the chest. Forward and lift. Release your gaze forward and keep the arms straight. We're going to change this action. It's a very simple movement, but done with a certain amount of awareness and technique, it helps to bring flexibility and length to the spine. So with the next movement, we're going to use our elbows and the arms as levers. Now bend the elbows, move the navel forward, move the sternum forward and look up. And as you breathe out, straighten the arms, draw the navel back, draw the sternum back, and release the chest. Sorry, move the chest back and release the chin to the chest. Stay there. Now bend the arms, navel forward, sternum forward, lift the head and look up. Breathing out once more, straighten the arms, take the navel back, take the sternum back, drop the chest, and come back to the chin. Place your fingertips on the floor, straighten your legs, and change the crossing of your legs. Change the crossing of your legs, wrap your palms and fingers around the knees. Now draw the navel forward, draw the sternum forward, and come to your right. Now feel the navel move back. As you move back, straighten the arms, come to the left. So can you feel the circumference being done by the navel? So the navel is moving. Just breathe in. As you breathe out, straighten the arms, come to the left, Breathe in to come forward. Breathe out to go back. But the arms are straightening as you go back. The arms are bending. So these levers, these arms, help to bring the softness because you're not dependent on the spinal muscles to move you back. The spinal muscles are quiet. Move the navel forward, the navel back, and use the arms as levers. Come back to a center point, and now let's change direction. Move the navel forward, and as you breathe out, straighten the arms, take the navel back. So feel the softness of the navel area as it moves. But there should be a slight degree of firmness in the arms and the elbows working mechanically for this action. So the navel moves front to the left, goes back. One more time. Forward. Back. This is good for the abdominal organs as well. And come forward. Now the focus is going to be on the sternum area. So keep the navel soft, draw the sternum forward, and feel the circumference of your movements being done by the sternum. So breathing in forward, breathe out, straighten the arms, still the mechanical action of the arms guiding this movement. There's a softness in the trunk. The trunk is like jelly, just moving around, just floating. Sternum back. Move the sternum forward, the sternum back. One more time in this direction. Change direction, move the sternum forward. Feel the circle being made with the sternum area. So the shoulder blades move back, the shoulder blades move forward, the shoulder blades move back, the shoulder blades move forward. One more time, complete your round using your breath and the arms and the shoulder blades and the sternum. Up. Breathing out, take the navel back, take the sternum back, take the chin back, straighten the arms. And come to a neutral position. Interlace your fingers in front of you, rotate at the wrist, turn the palms away from you. Breathing in, raise up the arms. A full extension of the armpits. The arms, spread the palm, spread the fingers. Soften the abdomen. Lift the navel, lift the sternum. Now use the armpits and the elbows and the wrist to lift the side of the trunk and feel the spine becoming soft yet long. From here, release your right hand behind you in line with the spine or wherever comfortable, and take your left hand. Now you're going to use your arms as levers once again. There's a softness in the abdomen and there's softness in the sternum area. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, don't lift the trunk but rather move the navel to the right, and use this left arm, bend this left arm as a lever to twist. Keep moving the navel. Now move the shoulder blade. Shoulder blade into the body, right shoulder blade away from you. Feel the sternum twist and feel the chest turn and the chin as well. Stay here. Now soften into the pose. Each time you breathe out, move the navel, move the sternum, and move the chin. And let's change the sides. Take your left hand behind you in line with the spine. Take your right hand over the left knee. Wrap your fingers and palms around the knee. Breathing in, lift the sides of the trunk. And as you breathe out, move the navel. Move the shoulder blades. Right shoulder blade into the body, left shoulder blade away from you. And look over your shoulder. Use this front arm as a lever. The more you bend the front arm, draw that shoulder in and look away. Keep the navel soft. Pull the shoulders back. Interlace your fingers the other way, rotate at the wrist, turn the palms away from you. Breathing in, raise up the arm. A full stretch. Lift the armpits, lift the elbows, lift the wrists. Now lift the armpits, lift the elbows, lift the wrists. At the same time, lift the crown of the head. Fix your base down so the sitting bones are firm. Lift the navel away from the floor. And lift the crown of the head. Become tall. Feel that there's length in the sides of the trunk. At the same time, there's an elongation of the spine. Out, release your hands to the side. Stretch your legs for opposite back. Your hands on your knees or your shins, wherever you can. Reach them comfortably or keep them to the sides of the trunk. Press them down. Lift the navel, lift the sternum and look up. Feel the front of the body open, move the shoulder blades into the body. Release your gaze forward. Draw your hands to the right side. Place your fingertips on the floor. A slight twist. Turn the navel to face the straight leg, the right leg. Turn the sternum to face the right leg. So you're looking at your right foot. Now press on your fingertips to move the chest. Stay there. Lift the navel, lift the sternum and look up. Press your thighs down to lift the navel. Release forward and change sides. Take both your hands over to the left side. Lift the navel, lift the sternum. Keep the arms pressed down. So you press on the fingers to lift the trunk. Push the thighs down to lift the trunk. Move the navel and sternum in line with the straight leg. Now feel the lift and the extension of the spine. Crown of the head. And look up. Hands. Fold the legs in for Baddha Konasana. Join the soles of the feet together. Now feel the openness in the pubic area, straighten the arms and lift the navel, but the thighs move down. Lift the navel away from the floor, lift the sternum away from the floor, lift the crown of the head and sit tall. Sit straight. With this action of Baddha Konasana, move your navel forward, move the sternum forward and look up. Out, draw the navel back, draw the sternum back, straighten the arms. Now use the arms as levers, bend the elbow to come forward, straighten the arms to go back. One more time, navel forward, sternum forward, look up. Feel the openness in the pelvic area, pelvic floor, and release. Now lift the navel away from the floor, lift the sternum away from the floor, lift the crown of the head. Now feel that the lift is happening from the floor. Hold are fixed, lift the navel, lift the sternum, lift the chest, lift the chin and the crown of the head. Sit tall. Stand with the feet hip width apart. Interlace your fingers, rotate at the wrist, turn the palms away from you. Breathe in and a full stretch out. Now with this action, fix your feet, fix your thighs, lift the navel, lift the sternum, lift the armpits. Now feel as if the spine is lengthening. Lift the navel away from the hips, lift the sternum away from the hips, lift the crown of the head. Stretch the armpits and stretch the wrists and the palms. Out, release your hands onto your hips. Roll the shoulders back. Draw the elbows towards each other, lift the sternum, lift the navel and look up. Hinge at the hips, fold forward. Place your hands on your thighs. And now lengthen the navel away from the hips. So fix the hips. You can even place your hand on the hip itself if it works for you, or onto the thigh. Now lengthen the navel forward, lengthen the sternum forward, and look down, lengthen the crown of the head. Feel the release now from the heel to the buttock, and from the buttock to the crown of the head. The thighs move back, the groins move back, but the navel moves forward and the sternum moves forward. Breathe in to come up. Breathe in to come up. Now bind your hands behind you for Paschimottanasana. Lift the navel, lift the sternum. So you're holding onto your elbows. Breathing in, lift the trunk. And as you breathe out, hinge at the hips. Fix your thighs. Now move the navel forward, move the sternum forward. And lengthen the crown of the head away from the hips. Feel the navel move away from the hip. Feel the sternum move away from the hip. And feel the length of the spine. Breathe into the mouth. Release your hands. Change the bind of your hands the other way. And widen the legs for Prasarita Padottanasana. The same action once again. Breathing in, lift the navel, lift the sternum, and up. And as you breathe out, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Lengthen the navel away, lengthen the sternum away. Look forward, feel the length of the spine. Breathe in, come up. Release your hands onto your hips. Toe, heel, walk your legs together. Interlace your fingers once again. Rotate at the wrist, turn the palm away from you. Breathe in and lift. With this exercise, press your thighs down back, press your feet down, stretch the armpits, stretch the wrist, stretch the palms. Breathe in and lift. Now, as you breathe out, hinge at the hips, fold forward. You can slightly bend the knees, but feel the extension now as you stretch the arms down with your legs bent or straight. Lengthen the sternum down to the floor, lengthen the crown of the head to the floor. Soften the navel, take the navel back. Take the navel towards the thighs and lengthen the trunk down towards the floor. Exhalation, release the navel towards the thigh and lengthen the crown of the head and the shoulders to the floor. Breathe in to come up. Release your hands and change the bind of your fingers. Change the interlock, rotate at the wrist, turn the palms away from you. Breathing in, a full stretch up, focus on the length of the body. So from the hip to the wrist, you have a full stretch. Maintain the stretch as you slightly bend the knees, release the navel towards the thighs, and feel that stretch now, still from the hip to the wrist, but going down. So feel the stretch from the hip to the wrist going down. Lengthen the sternum down, the crown of the head down. Feel the spine lengthen, but in a very soft and gentle manner, extending to the floor. Place your hands on your hips, breathe in to come up, and stand with your arms to the side in Tadasana. Now feel the length of the spine, the lift of the navel, the lift of the sternum, and the lift of the crown of the head. Now draw the arms down, feel the length of the arms flowing down. Feel the energy running up the legs, up the trunk. Feel the energy running from the pelvic area, the navel, from the navel to the sternum, from the sternum to the throat, and from the throat to the crown of the head. Now use your breath, breathing from the pelvic floor to the navel, from the navel to the sternum, from the sternum to the throat. From the throat, feel that energy going all the way up to the crown of the head. So think of the spinal column being empty like a flute. Breathing in from the base, right from the bottom, all the way to the crown of the head. Your knees, Turn to the side of your mat. Sit back. Pin your buttock down. Pin the hips down. Walk your hands forward. Now, tuck the tailbone in. Lift the navel, lift the sternum. Concave action. Stretch forward and stretch. Drop the navel down, drop the sternum down, drop the armpits down and drop the elbows. Move the buttock back. Soften the abdomen. Come onto your knees. Draw the knees together, well below the hip. Your knees are below the hips. Press the tops of the feet down. Now the same action again, similar to what we were doing before. Lift the tailbone, drop the navel, lift the shoulder blades, move into the body and look up, lift the crown of the head. As you breathe out, round the back, draw the tailbone in, lift the navel, lift the shoulder blades and tuck the chin under. Press on your palms, your tops of your feet and your knees to stabilize your pose. Stay here. Now as you breathe in, drop the navel, lift the tailbone, lift the sternum and look up. We're going to do this action with the breath now. So move with the breath, slow breaths. Breathe out and lift. Breathe in, drop the navel, lift the sternum, lift the chest and look up. Now bring your attention to the tailbone each time you move. Feel the tailbone moving in and the tailbone moving up as you release. Breathing out, lift the navel, tuck the tailbone in. As you breathe in, feel the action of the tailbone lifting and the navel dropping. Now focus on the navel. Lift the navel, drop the navel as you go down. Navel, drop the navel. Now bring your attention to the shoulder blades. Breathing out, lift the shoulder blades. Breathing, drop the shoulder blades and move the lower shoulder blade into the body. Breathing out, lift the shoulder blade around the back. Breathing in, drop the shoulder blades, lower shoulder blades into the body and now focus on the crown of the head. As you breathe out, release the crown of the head down. As you breathe in, lift the chin, lift the crown of the head. The tailbone, navel and sternum are still working. Breathing out, release the crown of the head. Breathe in, lift the crown of the head and stay there. In this action, feel the action or the positioning of the tailbone lifting, the navel dropping, the sternum lifting, lower shoulder blade into the body, lift the chin, lift the crown of the head. Take a few breaths with this action. And breathing out, tuck the tailbone in, lift the navel, lift the shoulder blades, tuck the chin in, and the crown of the head faces the floor. Stay here for a few moments. And release. Sit back. A full stretch into child's pose. Release the forehead, release the elbows and become soft. In the softness, feel the length of the spine and the flexibility of the spine as you release to the floor. Release the navel, release the sternum. Back and come to life, flatten your back. Come to life, flatten your back. Your knees up and your feet flat on the floor. Release the navel to the floor, release the shoulder blades to the floor, release the back of the head to the floor. Broaden across the chest. Feel the armpits release. Keep your knees up and your feet flat on the floor. Because we've been working the lumbar spine, keep the knees up. Feel the lumbar spine release to the floor. Take your Shavasana today with your knees up. Feel the hip release to the floor. Feel the navel release to the floor. Shoulder blades release to the floor. Place both your hands on the abdomen. Feel the softness of the abdomen. Raise up your right arm all the way past the right. Roll over onto your right hand side. And press to come to sit. Come to sit comfortably. Now feel the strength of your legs. Keep your arms as levers. Wrap your fingers and palms around the knees. Straighten the arms. Lift the navel away from the floor. Lift the sternum away from the navel. Lift the crown of the head. Close your eyes. Join your palms together. Now feel the breath. Breathe in from the very base, from the pelvic area to the navel to the sternum to the throat to the forehead, and through the crown of the head. So feel the breath running up the spine and down the spine as you breathe in and breathe. Feel the length of the spine, yet the spine is flexible and quiet. Take a slow, deep breath in. And as you breathe out, release the chin to the chest. As you breathe in, slowly raise up your head. Release your hands. And open. Have a wonderful day, and we will meet tomorrow.